Hello everybody, Nine Anna Des. It's Monday, April 28th. It's voting day in Canada. Cheers, dears. Advance polls are closed. Today's your last chance. Get out there and vote. We aren't just voting for our government, we're voting against Trump. He's down there lipping off today about the 51st state and everything else. Yeah? We'll see. Over 7.3 million people voted in Canada just over the Easter weekend. So, all the stuff I've been watching on TV, the polls have been quite busy, I'm just saying. Because we are united as Team Canada. That's what we are. I want everybody to get out there, vote strong, Canada strong. That's what we need to do. You want a budget? Get a budget guy. That's what I'm saying. You want a wannabe that quotes Trump slogans? You know, Trump, the guy we want to keep out of our country? Jagmeet, if he can remain a party leader and have his party legally recognized, he'd be a cute little brother, I'm thinking. He's amenable. At least you know he's not a union buster. He believes in women's right to choose, and he believes that the LGBTQ folks have the same rights as every other Canadian. Polly Never, oh, he's in it to win it. That's for sure. For the billionaires who funded his campaign and benefited the most from Poilievre over his vast 20-year history since he was first elected at the age of 25. 20 years, and there he is. All them rich billionaires are looking to keep him around and keep their money. Don't believe it? Really? Have you checked his voting record? Have you ever watched him in Question Period? That's a real treat, that is. He's just got his big, disrespectful gob flapping all the time, and it has him getting booted out of the chamber more times than enough. On the regular, I'd say. Look at the lipstick on me cup. So what? But yeah, he's talking a good game about building homes, and he's all for the little guy, right? Oh, no, he is not. He's not for helping the homeless. He said he wants to set up drug facilities. That's a good thing. That's a damn good thing. Set up people, help them get off drugs and stuff like that. But the regular people out on the street that couldn't pay the rent and got evicted, that are living in their cars and stuff, not going to try and get houses for them because there's no end game for him. There's no, oh, look what I did. I helped their addiction. There's a lot of people living on the streets that aren't addicted to drugs, Polly Never. You're into finding a good home on a good street in a good neighborhood. What the hell is a good neighborhood these days? Will you tell me? What's a good neighborhood? And all the commercials you put out there, those homes, they're about $1.5 million. No person you're getting off the street is getting their arse into any of those homes or on any of those streets. They're just not. So quit fooling people. That's your millionaire version of what the rest of Canada should look like. It's not the rest of ours. His record speaks for itself, however, because he voted against initiatives which his lord and master at the time, Stephen Harper, he voted against making affordable housing available and address the Canadian housing shortages. Now, he voted against this in 2006, 2009, 2010, 2013, 2014, when Harper was Prime Minister. He raised housing prices over 70%. And when they lost for their unwillingness to help regular Canadians, in my opinion, they created a deficit because they came into the clear books. Yes, clear books. When the Trudeau government took over, Poilievre again voted against affordable homes for the middle-class folks in 2018 and 2019 as a backbencher. When Harper put Poilievre in as housing minister, and yes, he was at one time, he sold off over 800,000 rental units. You know where they went? Sold them off to his rich buddies. Sold them off to corporate landlords, developers, all those guys. And as I said, the price of the average home went up 70% under Harper. Didn't help that when the Liberals got in there, that went up another 45%. Don't get me wrong, that was the shits too. But when the lost decade of the conservatives, to quote him, well, he says liberals, the last decade of those guys in rule, they did nothing to stop it and refused to bring it up on the floor. He, in his new budget, wants to terminate the Federal Housing Accelerator Fund. This is a fund that will be cut by billions from housing construction, making it almost impossible to build homes in municipalities. Poilievre's top donors are real estate developers. You know, the guys cranking up the rents as soon as one person moves, they double the rent. Yeah. As soon as you get out, and they want Poilievre to scrap rent controls. So if he wins, landlords and developers win. And guess who loses? You got it. You do. Now, apparently, it isn't polite for us Canadians, as I did another video on this, to compare Poilievre to Trump. But nearly half of the Maple MAGA conservatives are lobbyists for oil companies, pharmaceutical companies, corporate landlord associations, anti-union construction associations, big business associations that advocate against wage increases and benefits. His chief strategist is a lobbyist for Galen Weston. You know, the big guy from Loblaws? Yeah. Remember COVID, when that big scandal came out about the long-term care facilities that seen record deaths among any other population, basically, during the hard times of COVID? Guess what? They seen astronomical profit, but also some of the highest death rates, while Poilievre's deputy leader lobbied to protect all those big developers and all those big businessmen that own those long-term care facilities. Say that 10 times fast. So yeah, that is his deputy leader. So he wants to protect those people. They killed your grandparents, killed your mom and dad, but it was just a thing. His caucus chair is also the chairman of the major grocery chain, who voted against the National Food Program and an NDP bill to lower grocery prices. Geez, I wonder why. You're all bitching and complaining about grocery prices. Poilievre's own guy, his own guy, is on a chair of major grocery store chains. So he's dictating the prices. He ain't trying to bring that shit down. He's not. He's voted against it. If he wins, so do his lobbyist buddies, the big food chain corporations, and prices will continue to soar. When Poilievre was perched on Harper's lap like the little puppet he is, I guess Harper had his hand up his ass and moved his mouth. I don't know. I got an itchy nose. That's probably her fault. He loudly and proudly supported bills 377 or C-377 and C-525 that would bury unions, get rid of them, because they're all union busters, those guys, and make it harder to form unions. He loves Trump's right to work. Loves that. It sounds good. Everybody has a right to work, right? But what it does is it attacks the RAND formula and it starves unions of the resources to bargain for better wages and benefits. Between 2004 to 2023, that's a long stretch. I'm just saying. Poilievre voted against federal anti-scab legislation not once, not twice, not 5 times, 8 times he voted against that. And he gets, since he was 31 years old, he gets a $120,000 a year pension. Yeah. Every year. He has been so busy, however, working his ass off to make sure you and I never get a decent pension for ourselves. In fact, he wants us to work our arse off and wants to pull up the retirement age from 65 to 67. It sounds like Marine Le Pen in France. Sounds like her type of thing, and those guys in Germany there, the Nazis. In fact, he wants you to work that long, and he wants to get rid of a defined, dependable pension fund with one that will take all the risks away from the banks. So if they invest and fuck you over, too bad. They're not going to get penalized for it. He basically wants to privatize it with corporate insurance. Geez, there's that word corporate again. And if he wins, your rights and workers' benefits will almost cease to exist because they hate them. He, like Trump, doesn't believe in climate change. He's like Trump, man. He loves to drill, baby, drill, and all that bullshit and fossil fuels. Yeah, I don't give a shit about the environment. Not at all. He voted against protecting the environment. Are you sitting down? 400 times. 400 times. CEOs will make a ton of money if he wins, and we'll probably choke to death from pollution. He talked a lot about the elites in the Trudeau's government, but the only people he hangs out with are elites and billionaires. He's hanging out in their mansions all the time and going to their very exclusive clubs that you and I wouldn't even be allowed over the threshold in. He is an annoying little social climber, and that's what he put his sights on. Because I guess his parents weren't good enough. They were only teachers or something, I think. I forget. Doesn't matter, but they were working class folks, and I guess that wasn't good enough for him, so he started climbing that ladder by kissing their arse and doing what they want. So he's just a little social climber, and last year he voted against taxing the rich. Again. But he's also against raising the capital gains inclusion rates, which would be you and me. If we die, our house, we have to pay inheritance taxes. Yeah, he doesn't want to reduce those, though. No. But he don't mind writing off his big fancy cars and shit. If he wins, his rich friends win, and we have to work harder to take home less, pay more, like in groceries and stuff, and he could have ordered his party to vote for the constituents for a change instead of their own self-aggrandizement for getting food cheaper to seniors and children. Because most of us seniors are on a fixed income pension. He could have got those prices down with them. I told you, one of his buddies in his cabinet is one of the chairmen on one of the major boards for these food companies. The food giants all backed him. He could have helped bring prices down, but he literally refused. He refused. And he will defund schools with woke agendas. Don't believe me? Look it up. It is in his new thing. Woke agendas. He's not going to pay for anybody that has a woke agenda. And what a woke agenda means for him is kids should only be able to learn what he believes in. You know what? Kids should be able to learn about everything. Not just his biased, bigoted version of what kids need to learn. Him, and what is it with him kissing his wife every time you turn around? They're friggin' locking lips there. It's just getting a little disgusting, you know? You can give her a little hug, pat, but we voted. Oh, you voted. Oh, look, we're in line to vote. Yeah, I am sick up to fucking here with that. So today is the day. Get out there and vote, vote, vote. Vote like our country depends on it, because it does. And we're voting for strength, continuity, and I gotta tell you, we're gonna get it. We are gonna get it. Cheers, dears. Get out there and vote, please. Please, please, please. Last day. You got till like 9:30 or something. So go do it. Costs nothing. Stand in line. You can show up and you can say, oh, look, I didn't get my little card. You can fill it out right there. They'll help you out at the polls. Cheers, dears. 99 loves you. Be good, be safe. Please take care of you so you can take care of everybody else. My hangers on. Mwah. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging on. I love you all. Newcomers, subscribe, please. I'm begging you. Please subscribe to the channel. Like it, love it, and share it. This got to get out. I love you so much. Even if one more person votes against tyranny. You know, little short guy there. Yeah. Come on out and vote. 99 loves you.